Alright, what up YouTube? This is Zaire 4 here, and I got a battle against Kikyo, and I'm pretty sure I battled this guy before, well, a whole bunch of times. I think I've got one vid against him on YouTube, but he starts off with Rachi. I'm expecting the obvious trick, because, you know, he wanted to make me get stuck on Stealth Rock, but that's not going to work out. Go for the Iron Head, because I'm going to have to force a switch, and once I think about it now, Jirachi can most likely outspeed all of his Pokemon, especially that Mince is gone. I'd say it's pretty much one of the fastest Pokemon in the metagame at the moment. So he goes into a Scizor, no big deal, going to my Zapdos, and he goes for the Sword Stance. It's whatever, I can take whatever he wants to throw at me. I can take a Superpower, Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, I don't care. Now, I go for a Thunderbolt, expecting him to maybe go into a Heatran. So he brings in a Blissey, it's whatever. Go into my Swampert, expecting him to go for a Thunder Wave. But he goes for Protect, which is very helpful. Tells me that he's a Wish Bliss. So I set up my Stealth Rock. And yeah, he goes into a Gengar, which... Now, I go into my Jirachi for one thing. I always think it can resist Ghost-type moves. I don't know why I think that. Well, maybe because it's Steel, but the Psychic neutralizes it out. But that's the way I was thinking at the moment. Gotta get my head straight with that. So, right here, I'm expecting to go for a trick, thinking I'd go into my Swampert so he can try to cripple my defense wall. But he goes for a Stealth Rock. He's stuck on that. I know that for sure. So, I switch out going into my Zapdos because I knew he was going to a Scizor. And he brings out Blissey again, so I'm thinking, alright, this dude is probably going to stall me with Stealth Rocks until my Zapdos is pretty much, like, done. And I go into my Swampert, that's right. And he goes for a Flamethrower, so that just told me, okay, he's got Flamethrower, Seismic Toss, Wish, and Protect. I completely wall the Blissey, so I'm pretty much safe at the moment. Now, I go for the Roar, trying to like scout around, see what other Pokemon he has. And now this is where I think, okay, if I Roar right now, I might set out one of his Pokemon, because I knew he'd go for a Wish. So let me go for the Earthquake, just to screw him over. Because if I would have basically just like passed that Wish over to his other Pokemon to set up on me, and that's not a good idea you want to do. And I crit the Blissey, which is pretty funny. But it doesn't really matter. He's going for the Protect. But I'm thinking, okay, now's a perfect chance to bring out my Gyarados. And I think I actually made a stupid move right here. Well, yeah, I did make a stupid move, okay. Because for some reason, I brought out my Gyarados. I'm thinking, okay, this dude has Thunder Wave. So I'm going to go for this move right here. After they recover lefties, I go for the Taunt. Now, that didn't really make any sense to me. Go for the Taunt. I really should have went for the Waterfall, expecting him to go into the Jirachi, but I don't know what I was doing. He goes for the Iron Head, and you know what he's going to do. He's going to try to flinch me to death. So let's sit back and see if he's successful. Flinch again, so that's 2 turns in a row. Iron Head again. Like, I've been flinched to death, like, by a Jirachi when I had a Gyarados out. Even when the Jirachi was intimidated. Like, that was just freaking hilarious. So, I'm almost down. I think it's just crazy how Jirachi just do that. But, I don't get flinched to death. I go for the Waterfall. He's taken out. So, that's pretty cool. Now I get to see what his other Pokemon... well, he wants to bring out. Brings in a Scizor, and I know exactly what he's going to do. I'm going to go for the Waterfall, and I know he's going to go for the Sword Stance because he's going to try to be greedy and try to probably sweep me. It's not going to work because I still have the Swampert. He goes for the Quick Attack because Bullet Punch is going to do squat, even though I think it might kill either way. So I bring in my Ape, and he goes for the Quick Attack. I'm pretty sure I went for the Close Combat. Yep, there we go. Went to the Close Combat, thinking he might bring in his Blissey, but, you know, not really a good idea either way. So I bring in my defense wall, which is my Swampert. It goes for the U-turn. Now, I actually wanted to save my Ape because, you know, he might have late game sweepers that I'm not unsure about, like this Breloom right here. They're so annoying. Oh my god. But I know how to counter them now. I've played them on Pokemon Online way too much. So, yeah, I let him go to sleep. I was actually surprised I didn't go for a Seed Bomb. So, that was pretty cool. Now, I decided to show him my last Pokemon. I've kept this guy hidden the whole game. Goes for the Focus Punch, so I thought that was pretty sweet. Now, I go for the Explosion, expecting him to go into Blissey. But right now, at this point, I'm thinking, okay, whatever he switches into, it's going to get taken out for sure. He's got Flygon, Blissey, and he had Breloom at that point, so I'm pretty safe. Now, I go for the Iron Head, expecting a revenge flinch hacks kind of moment right here. And he brings in his Blissey. And I'm like, okay, it's time for some revenge. I'm going to start hacking you now. So let's see how it works out. And, yeah. Tries to stall me out with PP stall me, and he's not going to be very successful with it. I've probably got like 20 PP left, and look at that, I almost killed him. And then he brings out the Thunder Wave. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this whole time I was actually thinking he didn't have Thunder Wave, so I thought that was pretty weird that he bought it out at the last minute. This is not really going to help him out too late in this game because he's got one Pokemon left. And he goes for the Outrage. Now, you can't blame him for going for that because I've got all other kinds of Pokemon. He really can't harm him. But yeah, good game, dude. Everybody comment, like, subscribe. Peace out.